So, hello and welcome everyone. Here we are in the final part of the concepts of micro and macroeconomics from module 1 of your coursework. In the earlier two videos, we have already discussed the concepts relating to micro and macroeconomics, their basic differences. I hope we are clear with it. In this part, we will just simply discuss examples that will further help us to differentiate between the scope, the domain of micro and macroeconomics. The first thing we have up here is supply and demand in individual markets. We know price is determined by the factors of demand and supply, and hence price determination is under the scope of microeconomics. The second thing we have here is individual consumer behavior. Example, consumer choice theory. Individual consumer behavior, like which bundle of good will the given consumer prefer given his budget and prices of the commodities, is under the scope of microeconomics. The other thing here, wage determination of labor, labor's demand, labor supply, is also discussed under microeconomics. We all know how important factor a labor is for a business or for any firm or organizations. So wage determination is also an essential part of it. This important wage determination is done by the forces of demand and supply. Hence, all this falls under the purview of microeconomics. The other thing we have here is externalities arising from production and consumption. Externalities simply means the effect caused upon the bystander in the process of production or consumption of any goods or services. We may have positive externality or negative externality. Positive externality simply means positive effects that is caused upon the consumer, the bystander. As for example, if we are setting up a free YouTube channel on courses of UPSC or civil or any other state civil services, this will benefit obviously the other disadvantaged or many people. Even without paying, they can do so, they can take the help of it. So it will cause a positive externality. And for the example of negative externality, we have smoking. Smoking harms even the non-smokers, the second-hand smokers also. So smoking here will be negative externality. So all these externalities which causes social costs and all comes under the purview of microeconomics. Here we have macroeconomics. Macroeconomics, as we all know, deals with the entire economy, that is, poses a larger picture. All the government and the central bank's policies, like fiscal policies, monetary policies, are dealt under macroeconomics. For example, what effect does interest rate have on the whole economy? Reasons for inflation and unemployment, economic growth, international trade and globalizations, reason for differences in living standards, government borrowings and all these are of macro nature, hence falls under the purview of macroeconomics. So like I said earlier, we have been talking about slowdown in the Indian economy, the dwindling GDP growth rates, the joblessness of the Indian youth, and many more other things. All this falls under the purview of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics basically studies the economy as a whole or the larger picture. So everything of larger purview is dealt in macroeconomics. So here we have a clear picture of what microeconomics and macroeconomics deals with. I hope we are clear with this section. Thank you.